to me, it just doesn't make sense to make sense to a man's dollar. Like, what? If you don't know, now you know. Okay. If that's not black excellence, I don't even know what to say. Like, what it is, what it ain't, it's your girl AMBREALERTT, and I am back with another video. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Ombre. This is my channel. We discuss history, we discuss society issues, we discuss celebrities, we discuss, you know, just real conversations, whatever the case may be. On this channel, we do a lot of things. We're gonna start doing more fashion, more hair videos for natural hair. So if you're ready, this is like an overall channel. So if you're ready, join the gang, the alert crew. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, okay? And just get hip. First of all, I just want to say thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I am working on my schedule. As you all know, I do have a job now. So, you know, I'm working a lot. Mainly in the middle of the week, I'm working like back to back. And I work at night, so it's like, it's been hard for me to, you know, like crank out as many videos as I normally do, but I just want to say thank you for sticking in there. I did tweak my schedule a little bit so it works a little bit better for me and for you guys, if that's the case, so that I can, you know, just crank out as many videos. But of course, like, I want the videos to be like quality, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be quality. So I'm not just gonna like upload anything on this channel, you know what I'm saying? So we got to stick to the quality. But I do have some really good videos coming up very soon, which I am like super excited about. So one of them being this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the gender pay gap, and basically that's like women and men getting paid different wages for doing the same work. So I'm going to discuss, you know, the facts of that, and I'm going to discuss the history of that. I'm also going to discuss, you know, some differences between men and women, and I'm going to discuss why I think men do get paid more than women for doing the same job, why I think the reason of that is, and I also want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are about, you know, women naturally just getting paid less than men for doing the same job, and if you even think that a gender pay gap even exists in society. So if you're ready to get into this video, let's do it. Before I do that, I do want to say that I don't know if you guys notice a change in like the angle of this video. I do have a new tripod and it's amazing. Today's like the first, well, today isn't the first day, but today's one of the first days that I've been getting to play with it, so I'm in love. The tripod is actually sitting on top of my desk right now, and I can adjust it and make it higher up or lower down or whatever the case may be, but I love this tripod so much, and I'll be talking about it in a new vlog. Thank you to everybody that has been watching my vlogs as well, because I really do like vlogging, and you know, it's becoming a lot more easier for me to do now. So with all that being said, if you want like background, or if you want like behind the scenes, like things that I do in my everyday schedule, like my vlogs will be consisted of that, what I'm doing every week when I'm not recording videos. So if you want to get a glimpse of like my life and everything, just look at my vlogs. They're getting better and better, like each one. I feel like you guys have been liking those a lot, so I'll be doing more vlogs soon. So let's get into this video, okay? So the gender wage gap started in 1860. As you know, back then women didn't have the right to vote at all until Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton got involved in that, and there was a bunch of protests back in the day for women's rights. Then the 19th Amendment gained, you know, women gained the right to vote, but we still had a shortage in pay for men. So moving on from 1860s is the 1940s. A congresswoman by the name of Winifred Stanley, she tried to pass a law or a bill that stated preventing discrimination against gender in the workplace, and the bill did not get passed in 1940s. Moving forward to 1960s, 1963, the Equal Pay Act. Employers could no longer discriminate or pay different wages based off of gender. But they did make exceptions for people that had like higher status in the job or seniority in the job. So they did make certain exception for people that worked their jobs a lot longer. Then in 1964, they included race and religion in the bill, that you couldn't discriminate or underpay someone based off of their race and their religion. Then 1970s and 80s, there was like noticeable patterns of discrimination, demographic groups being pushed into certain jobs. Like a lot of black women, they work either, you know, food jobs, or they work as a nurse or something like that, you know, as an example. Being already pushed in those type of jobs is underpayment, you know, and, you know, not even having a degree, a black woman even having a degree, being pushed in those type of jobs is discrimination. You know, because if you have higher education, you're supposed to get a better job. That just makes sense. But even that is a source of discrimination against a certain group of women. And then those jobs then underpay you as well because of the job qualifications or the job, you know, itself. So that was like noticeable. And then the comparable worth was an issue in the 1980s. It's like seeing that, you know, men and women aren't that different. You know, we can do the same things that men can do, and we should get paid the same. It just makes sense. Our wage didn't change until the 1990s. So we was getting maybe under 60 cents to a man's dollar. Until 1990, we got to 70 cents to a man's dollar. And then statistics from 2017 to go further into like women and race. Hispanic women earned 53 cents to a man's dollar. Black women earned 61 cents to a man's dollar. White women earned 77 cents to a man's dollar, and Asian women earned 85 cents to a man's dollar. So if you even go even further than that, it's like further than just women, and you split us up into our different races, it does make a difference seeing that, you know, some women do get paid more to a man's dollar than others, and that's also wrong, you know, putting race in that as well. Then you go into 2021, women all make 82 cents to a man's dollar, which, you know, it's just, you know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then you go into, you know, just the past like 2 years, like a lot of women are working full time. Like that's a lot of changes in women. Like back in the day, women used to just stay at home and cook and clean, and women did not work at all. Women did not make a living. A lot of women weren't as educated as they are now. Like a lot of women are graduating from college and getting their master's degree and going to law school and becoming doctors. And a lot of women are creating, building, and, you know, opening and owning their own businesses. And a lot of women are working full time. So I feel like a lot of women, you know, the changes in women, we're a lot more sophisticated in that sense. We're a lot more savvy in that sense. So to me, it just doesn't make sense to make sense to a man's dollar. Like, what? I also want to just go back to, you know, basically what I think the obvious differences between men and women are, to go further into my thought about the whole gender wage pay situation. So, you know, some things that I wrote down was that, you know, men versus women. I wrote that, you know, men obviously are already physically stronger than women just by like genetic makeup, but women are stronger mentally and we develop faster. And then men, they're less emotional, they're more logical, whereas women were more emotional, but we're more like naturally caring. And our thought process, you know, we think of everything full circle. Men, they are naturally aggressive. Women are great at multitasking and saving money. And both men and women, I feel like, have the potential to be very successful. I feel like that's the major, like, comparison between men and women, is that we both can be very successful and we both can be very driven. And if we see something that we want, we apply that right pressure, we can do anything we want. I think that's like a good, you know, commonality between the two of us. That's why I feel like it doesn't make sense that women get paid less than a man, because it's like we both are like go-getters. If we want something, we go get it, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really make sense to me that women get paid, you know, less than a man for doing the same work. I do think that the gender wage gap, I think it does exist. I think it's still very prevalent in 2021. And, you know, a lot of the statistics that I talked about didn't even talk about women that work part-time. It's just women that work full-time. So imagine, you know, having, you know, just 2 part-time jobs. You know, that's still a lot, you know. And, you know, with the cost of living especially, it's just, it's scary to think that we are getting paid less than a man for doing the same thing, especially when the cost of living is so high. Women, you know, we have children. Most of us, we can, you know, we can raise and help create children. You know, a lot of women in the past, I could say in the past 10 years, there's a lot of single mothers out there, more than ever probably. And a lot of women live alone and have to, you know, make money on their own and are the sole breadwinners of the household. So I don't know, it seems like society just sets women up to fail too. A lot of women being attacked and murdered that live by themselves, and, you know, it's a lot of us, you know, struggling naturally because society has set it up that way, and it's just not okay. Women, you know, we are the most gentle creatures on the earth, you know, soft and feminine, and, you know, it's a lot of, you know, a lot of women aren't like that, and that's just because they just had, you know, to almost force themselves to have a hard exterior because of life and experiences, and I can go on, but it's hard out here for women. It's like, it's hard. And, you know, seeing by all of these statistics and, you know, just seeing this gender wage gap, like, now in 2021, like, with the pandemic and everything as well, it's like, it's tough. It's tough. And it just doesn't even make any sense why we get paid less than men when we have the capacity to also be just as physically strong as well. So I think it does exist, and I think it's wrong. So with all that being said, I would love to hear what you guys think about this. Should men get paid more than women for doing the same job? Do you think that's right? Do you think that women are weaker than men? Like, what do you think? I think I did a video on this before, like, are women stronger than, or are men stronger than women, or something like that. I can link it below if you guys haven't seen it, but I don't agree with this gender wage gap. I don't think that it should be a thing. I think that it's wrong, and I think that it does exist. But like I said, I would love to hear you guys' opinion, because every opinion, as long as it ain't disrespectful, is allowed over here on this channel. Make sure that you comment below and tell me your thoughts based off of the research that I did. What do you guys think? It's Ombre Alert. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel for more juicy content just like this, okay? You don't want to go anywhere. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.